on? We're about to go live. This is the first artist MMA mixed media art, not MMA as in fighting, breakdown. We're gonna talk about. Yeah, we're waiting for my homeboy, my co-host for today, Zimma. We're gonna break down the first couple battles, try to get 3 of them in. Talk about the 228 battles. What up, Zim?
What's up, Bruce? How you doing, bro?
Chilling, bro, chilling. Sunday morning, just had my coffee, had my little panecito. I'm good.
Cool.
So
Well, this shit, bro. I mean, first of all, hey, welcome everybody. This is the number one, Bruce13 presents artist MMA breakdowns with your co-host Zim Zimma. That's me. And right today, I guess we're gonna be breaking down these Monsters Art Clan battles.
Real motherfuckers. We need food cut.
Ha. First off, I'd like to thank you, Bruce, for allowing me to co-host with you, bro.
You helped me do it.
We got a bunch of nice goodies for you today. What's going on, everybody? Saber the Hero, Xander, thank you. Puppet Master, thank you guys. You guys are the first one to get the shout-outs. What happened?
Gotta get icky on one of these battles.
For real.
Awesome, bro. But
Cool.
So yeah, I guess so. This is the first episode. My homeboy and my associate at Bruce13 has motivated me to try to expand. A lot of people are thinking about the battles. Normally, the battles were intended to be twice a week, but there's been a change in that because of what's going on. A lot of artists they're like saying, "Hey, this is a distraction. It gives me a reason to do art." But I'll let Zim break it down for you guys.
Yeah, so long story short, guys, first off, this all started, make sure you guys are going to Monstrous Art Clan. Once again, Monstrous Art Clan. We have all the latest and greatest artists there. Also, what we're doing there is we're hosting these battles there, artist versus artist, and we got 3 different types of battles you guys could contend into. This you don't have to follow, but if you guys want to join any battle, definitely feel free to just contact Bruce or hit up DM at Monsters Art Clan.
So pretty much, I guess I'll start by talking about how the idea went about. I had seen other art competitions, and it's usually like people that know each other that went up against each other. You know, if you're in the graph game and the art world, there's always art competitions. These were just for fun. I was doing the live. 2 of my homies were on it, and they pretty much I set them up to battle, and that's how it got initiated. Then it got serious after that. There you go. Also, follow and subscribe to Chatting with Zim on YouTube and watch his live. Follow the homie at the real Zim Zimma. So that's pretty much how it happened. It was the first, one of the first battles was just for fun. It wasn't serious. I hadn't called it anything. After that, I don't even think I promoted it. After that, it started, steamrolling. It's still growing, and like I said, I have a bunch of battles coming up this month. There's an actual battle happening right now between Dizzy and
Art House LA.
Art House LA and Dizzy. What is it? Dizzy Helly.
Dizzy Helasi.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it. And
Dizzy Helasi, yeah.
Yeah, when this is over, go vote. Voting stops at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So that's pretty much. I just started calling it 228s because the Mac crew, the Mac IG is a 228 based artist collective, but we have all types of artists. Now it's just art in general, right, Zim? Pretty much.
Yeah, for sure, dude. So long story short, guys, if you guys don't know, I mean, shameless plug, chatting with Zim. I had Bruce. I think he was episode number 4 or 5.
Probably
One of
5.
those two.
Yeah.
So when we first talked to him, he had the idea to create this crew. It got created. It's a bunch of artist community. Coming together, selling our art, and letting us showcase our work there as well. And then eventually it sprang into what he's talking about, which are these battles, which are 228s. And then from there, everything just went crazy. A lot of different artists wanted to go ahead and compete, so we opened up the board for everyone.
And then so yeah, so pretty much, the Monsters Art Clan it's not really much of a, like, it's not a graffiti crew. We're
Not
not
at all.
like, I'm from BKI. Shout out to the homeboy Joe DT. Um, Zim, he's part of another graph crew. But anyways, we're not a graph crew. Monsters Art Clan is not a graph crew. We do love 228s, but we're just an artist collective and also a marketplace for us to display our art, for all of our followers to see all of our art. So my followers started following Zim. Zim followers follow me. It's all love. But so let's get back to the battle. So yeah, it was Monsters Art Clan 228 battles, and one of the first battles that was just a pretty epic battle was between TJ Mars Art and at Picture Player. These are two friends of mine that I've known on IG for almost a year or more, and Picture Player probably a little longer. I've done trades with him. The
Bro,
reason,
but
uh huh.
but you're forgetting, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off, homie,
Oh,
but
go ahead.
we got to talk about these battle rules here and
Oh yeah,
how
I'm
they're set
sorry.
up.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So let me take the first one. The first one, guys, for guys guys don't know, Monsters Art Clan. That's the place where you guys want to go and battle and check every other artist out. Our battles are like this. Every week, there's a 228 battle. That's one type. These are must be on a 228 format. It consists of 4 of them, 2 and 2.
Like an 8 by.
Yep. We usually give you guys a theme, and you guys have all the freedom to do however you guys want with the theme. You guys could use graffiti if you guys are graffiti heads. If you guys are artists and painters, and you guys could use, whatever method. Doesn't matter. It has to be on a 228. That's it. Uh, aside from that, I mean, if you're interested in opponents, contact us or we'll contact you. Then we have 2 of the MMA battles, and MMA is mixed media arts, so that consists of anything digital, painting,
Yeah,
drawing, pencils,
like
markers, whatever.
crayons.
Yep, crayons if you want to. You could break those down, Bruce. Break the 2 types of.
So the mixed media, and I'm gonna shout out to Zim for coming up with that because he knows my martial arts background. So that was a pretty good take on that, and I liked it. The Monsters Art Clan artist MMA battle. That's what it's called, mixed media. It's pretty much there's like 2 or 3 ways you can do it, and I will talk to the people when they hit me up. So pretty much, it doesn't matter what media, what canvas you use. Either you have a piece of artwork that you have sitting somewhere, and you're like, dude, this, art, I love it. It's my favorite painting, my favorite drawing, my favorite digital drawing. It doesn't matter. You could hit me up and be like, yo, Bruce, I got this painting. I want to do a blind battle. It's going to be a blind battle. Basically, I say, okay, that's the painting you want to use. That's the drawing, sketch, whatever it is. That's what you want to use. I'll find you someone. And then I'll hit that person off and be like, hey, I love your artwork. We have these battles. Do you have a piece of art that you already have made? It's going to be a blind battle. I won't even tell them the opponent to the day before. The day of, put both pieces that they turned in and have people vote. And I'll promote the battle. I'll promote the artist. I'll promote the blind battle. So that's one of the battles, right? So it's like something that you already have that you're proud of. Go ahead.
So that's right, guys. If you guys didn't catch that, pretty much we have the MMA blind battles. These battles, just to simplify it, it comes in. We give you guys a date, Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. You guys send whatever piece you want to battle, and then your opponent sends whatever piece. We don't know what it's gonna be.
till that day.
It could be a piece that you guys just made up. It could be something you guys had in the works for years. Any of your old pieces. The point of these battles is to bring your best game, bring your A game. So that's the blind battles,
Yeah.
and then
There's a theme. There's a theme. Pretty much, you hit me up or whatever. You come to me. I say, do you want to battle mixed media? This one, I will give you and your opponent a theme. I usually give you like 3 or 4 days, because if it's a painting or a sketch, whatever you want to do, I give you a theme. The day before I start promoting the battle, and it's also kind of a blind battle if you want to keep it like that. The day of is where I post up the art, but the theme is going to be the same for both. If I say Walking Dead freestyle, you know what I mean? That's the theme, and each artist is going to give you the representation of it. That one's pretty fun too, Zim.
yeah.
It's a cool one. And the third one, it's pretty much the same, where I will give you no theme, but it won't be art that you already have on your page. I will ask you to make a new piece of art, and you're going to go up against another artist, 2 original pieces, and then they battle. So it's a blind battle, one of your best paintings that you have, drawings, sketches, whatever. A theme battle where you have like 3 days to come up with a piece of art, and then there's another battle where you come up with something new, and it's a blind battle. He doesn't know what you're doing. You don't know. So it could be like a painting of a mural and a car. It's going to be a blind battle. So those are the 3 ones.
All right, guys. So that's it. Hopefully you guys caught all of that. So there's different types of battles, but there's battles all around. So that's awesome. And like Bruce said earlier, let's get into the first battle. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna check out the board. Right now, shout out to tj.mars_art and our boy Picture Player as well. Both good friends of ours, amazing artists. So let's get into the battles, guys, shall we?
So yeah, this is the first battle between 2 artists that I respect. The reason, and I don't try to match people up, but there is you gotta look. Someone could have 300,000 followers, and someone could have 10 followers. I'm not gonna match you up. It's not gonna happen, no matter how good the artist. But with this one, I just felt these artists, they match out. They both have really, really clean line work. They both do other art besides slaps, and they're both into that traditional comic book art. So I thought matching them up together and giving them Dark Knight, Frank Miller's Dark Knight, that was the theme. They both turned in awesome as Batman. You're looking at that's TJ Mars art. He went with the Dark Knight, pretty much falling out the sky with the lightning. I mean, the colors are dope. Dark Knight, his colors are subtle, but the background just pops. It's when I saw that piece, I was like, that's going to be hard to beat. It's a beautiful piece, and that's the format we use, 4 labels. So it's like an 8x10. Then you have Picture Players, and he went with a silhouette, and he actually added the female Robin with the Dark Knight standing behind her. I mean, the angle of it is really good in my opinion. I love the angle, the way Batman's looking down. It's the perspective of drawing like that. Not a lot of people can pull that off. So it was a good battle from the get-go. What do you think of this one, Sim?
Yeah, man, I totally agree, man. So this was actually, guys, this was round 1. We had TJ Mars, DJ.Mars_art versus Picture Player. So here you guys go. So shout out to them 2 guys. Yeah, dude, for the whole Batman, it's like, man, I didn't know how this was gonna go. This is one of the first of its kind, so we definitely didn't know what to expect, and these 2 players knocked it out of the park. TJ's Batman here, well, obviously, being coming from an artist, I fully loved how he introduced the color. You know, the whole lightning, all the little details on the little bats. You know what I'm saying? Coming flying, executed the piece nicely.
I like the way the sky. I guess it's kind of like nighttime.
Yeah.
I like the way that the lightning makes the blue hue lighter, and then on the outer layer it gets darker. It just gives it a realistic. It looks like a fucking lightning bolt is coming down the middle of the paper. That's awesome.
No, definitely. And it looks like honestly he didn't do any shadowing, like any darker colors. The
No.
shadowing was done all through like these the line work. So that's how he got all these dark colors. It's just line work and pretty great effect, pretty cool use of lines. So awesome technique, guys. And picture player as well. You know, black and white piece, amazing perspective, great angle, great use of highlights here. You know, to represent. You know, it looks like it's in the dark and they're being flashed by some sort of like light coming from the bottom. So well executed as well. This was actually a very hard battle. I don't think I personally um, uh, voted on this one, but it was just too hard for me, man. I couldn't do it, man. Both pieces
I
are dope.
glad you said that. That's one other thing. Since I run the battles, I don't vote. There's no bias. I don't vote, and I ask people voting. Don't base it because he's your homeboy. Vote because you really think. I have people that are in the Mac crew, and they voted against Mac members. That's what I want. You know.
Yeah, yeah. If we run by these, uh, some of these, for example, some of the comments that were left was Junkie Vendor shout out. He said, "Yo, the black and white picture player is has going has it going on. It's sick, you know." So let's see what else we got. Con artist graphic design says toss up. Honestly, the fact that they're Miller-esque is why I like them. Also, well, that wasn't really a battle thing. More of a just an opinion there, and it's pretty dope. So shout out kind of artist graphic design. And ABH Creations, I see you in here as well, man. He said, "Dang, both of them are so good." So definitely, man, crazy battle. You guys could still decide on which one your favorite is, but the battle close. And do you want to tell them who the winner was for this one?
Yeah, so the battle actually, the votes were it was kind of a toss up, but towards the end, TJ Morris took the W. Um, like I said, I wouldn't want to vote. I picked the theme. I'm a Frank Miller. I love his work, but this Dark Knight's one of my favorite versions of Batman. And I was positive looking at the work. That's another thing we do. We go through the artist's work, looking at the work that these both TJ and Picture Player had. I figured this would be right up their alley. Now it's not always going to be comfortable like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some like to give an artist a screwball. But that being said, I just put both of them. But I feel that I can see why, with all due respect to Picture Player, because he's an amazing artist, I can see why TJ won. There was a little more going on.
Yeah, for me, if I have to choose now, both of them are my homeboys, but I think just ultimately looking at these two pieces, on my personal preference, I would have to also give it a TJ, just because of the color. Um,
Yeah.
if they were both in black and white, man, it would have been a lot that closer, and maybe because of the angle and perspective, I would have gave it a picture player. If picture player would have done it in color, then it would have changed the game up again, and once again, close battle. But this one is taking TJ Mars took this one for me.
Yeah. To be honest with you, like if they were for sale, I was at a show, I would probably try to buy them both. I would want to have them because I collect Batman art. I don't collect Batman stuff that's like they sold in stores. I collect any art that I see that artist makes. So I would definitely want to buy both of them. They're
Yeah,
both.
hell yeah, hell yeah. That's definitely two badass pieces. for any collector to have in their home.
And but yeah, that's how pretty much that was. I guess that was the blueprint for the battles. That
For
was the
sure, for
blueprint.
sure.
That helped us a lot. I learned a lot of mistakes. I posted the battle late, so
No,
now I try to get on it on time and have everything ready. I think I was an hour late. I said 9 a.m. and it was like till 10.
no, it's cool, man. It's all a learning curve, and we appreciate it. Meanwhile, before we move on to the next battle, guys, just make sure you guys are visiting Bruce13.art. Visit myself, the real underscore Zim Zimma. And make sure you guys are heading over to Monsters Art Clan and checking out the battle. There's a battle right now going on. So after the show, make sure you guys head over and vote. And the battle right now, we got Art House LA, Art underscore House HAUS underscore LA versus Dizzy Helasi. So there you go.
Vote
These
for
are
me,
the
artist. Also, too, before you vote, if you want to go look at the artist's work and give them a follow, give them
for
both.
sure. For sure, for sure. Make sure you guys are definitely following these amazing artists. So there you go. You got Dizzy Halasi's piece right here.
It goes hard.
And you got Art House LA's piece right there. So make sure you guys are going. Monsters Art Clan. Checking them out. Go and vote. You guys can vote right now. Just make sure you guys come back. If not, we'll find you.
I wanted to bring up another thing. Some artists, not all of them, some of them are like, so what is this for fun? Is there any prizes? Yeah, this is for fun. You know, this is for fun. I wouldn't say bragging rights unless you're that type of person, but if, we all get, we all like getting a W, especially if the other artist is like someone you respect. But that being said, long term goal, I will have these. I'm talking to a couple companies, and I don't know when. Once all this virus shit gets. By the way, how's everybody up? I hope everyone's doing good. Not really gonna talk about that because we're trying to make everybody forget. But for sure, once this passes through, because it will, this shall pass. Uh, I will have a tournament format where there will be art supplies for the winner. So that's eventually the long term plan.
Sweet. That sounds dope, dude.
You know, that's one of the main. That's one of my goals. Try to get the artists. Right now, I mean, it's a win-win. You get followers because the other people, because my homeboy Zim is battling uh, Mike Ramirez. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna check out Mike's work. If I like Mike's work, I'm gonna give him a follow. So that's another thing that's dope about the battle, that you're putting yourself out there for new followers to see your work. So that's the win.
Not only is that the win, bro. I mean, at the long run, this has a lot of different effects. One, it's win or lose, you're still gonna get motivated to do your best. So
Yeah.
we're definitely pushing there. That's what we want to do. We're trying to promote growth in the artist. Two, you're gonna meet a new friend. I battled Mike Ramirez. I definitely checked out his work. I followed it. We'll get there too. We'll talk more about it when we get to the battle.
Battle, by the way.
But he's a new friend. I'm working on trying to get him on the show. Definitely need to interview him on Chatting with Zim and pick his brain a little bit. So make sure you guys are following both of these artists and checking them out, man, because these guys, and like Bruce said, everyone wants that W, but sometimes we got to take the loss. I told them, uh, yeah, Mr. Slaps does go hard, bro. I told him I want to participate in the blind battle, so I got a nice piece I want to choose, and I want to see who it goes up against. And
Oh, what, you talking rematch with Mr. Slaps or blind battle?
no, not Mr. Slaps rematch. I'm talking about blind battles.
Oh
I
my
mean,
bad.
if he wants to blind battle, fuck it, whatever. But um, it's just what. I know.
So, no, but yeah. So I guess what, you want to bring up another battle?
Definitely, definitely. On our second battle, guys, here, this was a battle of not only skill, but it on this one it was a lot of skill versus skill, man. Two completely different styles. Uh, One came from a graffiti background. The other one came from like a professional background, um, professional artist background. You know what I'm saying? Definitely mixed media here, and this battle had the theme of uh, what was the theme here? Tank Girl. That was the theme.
Oh, Tanker, yeah.
So this article consisted of two top heavy hitters. We had Kever Ones, Keverones, Kever Ones, and Thalo Halo, Thalo, Halo. And that was battle number two, guys.
Now this battle right here, this is a heavy hitter battle. I call it heavy hitter because both artists are technically sound and at what they do. They both specialize in different things. Um, when this battle was announced, I know everybody in the excited. This is a good battle. Two different very takes on Tank Girl. They had Artist Liberty. I just asked for the word, Tank Girl to be in there, and the name Tank Girl and their take on Tank Girl. Zim, what do you think?
Yeah, dude. So back again, we this was one of the not the first time I heard about Kever Ones. I was definitely following both. Um, on this one, Kever Ones, like I said, he's very graffiti background, very hip hop, amazing lettering. Here we have Thalo Halo, another good friend. His is very clean work, very highly detailed, uh, very well executed. So it was definitely nerve wracking to see how this battle was going to turn out.
Um, what I like about this battle is talking about the artist. You have Halo, so I'm gonna talk about Halo. Talking about Halo, for instance, I've been following Halo's work for a long time. He was one of the first persons to join the Mac Collective. I've always admired his work, and he has, even when I started following him, I was like, dude, this guy's amazing. But he eventually started doing slaps. He does painting. He does, a canvas. He does everything. And the way he's incorporated the graffiti with his characters, I mean, I wouldn't call it chibi style, but definitely way more technical than chibi style. It's like a technical version of chibi style. Can I say that, Zim? Does that show it any respect?
Yeah,
Um,
that actually is a pretty good technical version of chibi style or
yeah,
highly detailed chibi.
super super detailed chibi, and I mean his work. I mean, look at the flowers, uh, the detail, the color saturation, and the little skull in the middle of that bright flower. That is fucking sick, bro. Like you gotta respect that. Whenever I see someone that puts a lot of detail, usually people focus on the main piece. I'm a victim of that. I focus on the main piece and I use bright colors to cover everything else. Everything on here was orchestrated. It had a rhyme to a reason. Uh, I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, so let's break this one down. So let's see. We're starting with Thalo Halo here. I totally agree with Bruce on Thalo Halo's piece for this tank girl. Not only do you got all these little fine details, you got the star, you got the checker pattern here, the little machine gun. Aside from that, you got all these little skulls here that took place in the middle of the flowers. The background, even the background, I know this video doesn't do it justice, but the background, you got these little skulls, and each little skull has some sort of fine whites in there, just bringing out the highlights, all followed up by a nice white outline, just to go ahead and give it that little pop.
I mean, the fact that he left that priority, like he didn't cover the page completely, and you could see it's just so street, bro. But at the same time, it's very technical, very. I mean, this could be a cover of a comic book.
Yeah, I fully agree. This is definitely a nice little cover. Uh, as far as the tank girl here goes, you know, nicely nicely words here. Everything seems about right. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. So definitely consistent on the lettering as well. That's something I look at from a graffiti point of view, graffiti artist point of view.
What
You
I'm
know,
learning.
you got the little phthalo stamp here as well, and like you said, dude, you know, just leaving these little borders here definitely gives it that graffiti look and makes
Also,
it pop a little more.
the face of the character. I've never seen Tank Girl look so cute because Tank Girl's never been like super cute. It's just been like a little raggedy girl. But like, dude, he's like, no, I'm gonna make this bitch look cute, and he did. I mean, look at the detail in the eyes, the lips, that little pouty nose. I mean, that it just goes hard in so many ways. I respect this piece a lot. I wish I owned it. If he makes prints, I want to buy one.
Not only that, just two of my highlights for this piece as an artist. One of them is color. Uh, color. If you guys don't know about Phthalo Halo, man, make sure you guys go and follow. His coloring skills is amazing, top notch work. Great shades, great saturation on everything. Very clean work overall. And the other thing that brought it out, you know, is just the fine details in his work. You could definitely tell he took his time here. It's a great piece by Phthalo Halo. I say we go ahead and look at his challenger, Kever Ones.
I want to just say two more things about it.
Go
Even the
for it.
stamp, if you look at the texture, the color of all the artwork, the hues that are like kind of like they're bright, but they're not super vibrant. If they're kind of little soft, the stamp looks like he literally digitally stamped it on. That's dope too, and it's something so simple.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah,
Cl-
it's so simple. It just doesn't go. The hues of the stamp of his name are totally different than the whole piece of art. That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, let's go with Kevin.
So let's look at the opponent. The opponent for this battle, guys.
A motherfucking graffiti god, straight up.
A graffiti god here. Graffiti cart god Kever One. Kever Ones
I guess
with a S.
I've been following Trevor for a bit, not that long. I've seen his work. I actually seen his work not on Instagram. I think I seen some post some stuff on YouTube and some of his stuff that I saw other people would like buy some of his art because he sells like spray painted cans that he does his graffiti on it. And I always like that name always stuck around. And finally, when I started following him through acquaintance, dude, some of the cleanest technical graffiti I've seen out there. Definitely has his own style. The colors he uses, I mean, I'm a color guy. You know my shit is bright as fuck. But the colors he uses, the way he mixes the colors, the schemes that he uses for the colors, it just fucking pops, especially when he has those dope outlines and his words where sometimes I guess some graffiti artists get so technical where they're doing their wild style that you can't even read the words. I mean, he does that, but after like 2 seconds of looking at it, you see it. And sometimes I see some other artists that they do the same thing, and it's like I can never find what it says. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. On this one here, you know, just talking about it and go ahead. Oh, excuse me, guys. I was just burping. So talking about Kever One's piece here, uh, you know, let's get into it. It looks like Tanker. It's definitely riding some sort of vehicle. The vehicle, I like the execution that he did in there. I love the idea, you know, of turning this rider into some sort of graffiti thing. So the whole
It,
car or the whole vehicle itself is just
it,
graffiti esque.
it's actually I heard him say it's a Kever bot, like it's kind of like a what do you call it, a hover bike, but he put the words, you know, his name in it. That's awesome. You know,
So it's a
that's
Kever bike.
yeah, Kever bike basically, Kever hover bike. He literally put his name in there. He did the Tank Girl, kind of consistent, similar to Hollows. The little bang bang is just comic book because it is from a comic book. The colors are actually, if you're a Tank Girl fan, he went with the colors that the comic book has. The comic book does it has bright colors, but they're very soft. He used those colors. It looks like a page out of the comic book. his Tank Girl, uh, like it's Tank Girl, but at the same time, I guess what kind of threw people off is she's wearing the helmet. She has the mouth breathing apparatus. So a lot of people are hitting me up and they're like, "What does she have on her face?" If you don't follow Tank Girl, she has all kinds of gadgets. You know what I mean? Where she's in a
For
tank,
sure.
she'll wear a smoke mask. So he incorporated that in there, and he didn't want. I guess he literally, for me, the main focus of this is the bike, the the cover bike. That goes hard. That's very creative. The way he incorporated the style, he kept the look to the piece.
No, yeah, I fully agree with that. For me, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know too much about Tank Girl. Uh, the piece did throw me off, just looking at it from an outside perspective as a viewer. But overall, the execution of this piece was done correctly. He has nice lines on his work. Definitely nicely done. Definitely has all those shadows and contrasts. The bang bang and the tank girl here, very well lettering as well. Very consistent in his work and very comic booky, like you said as well. So definitely takes me back. Awesome page. Yeah, awesome page. Nevertheless, cool piece, and
What
that's pretty much it.
One of the things that I'm starting to, as I grow as an artist, because I'm self-taught, and I guess self-taught is derivative, but what I meant by that is like I've learned on my own, and now I'm getting a lot of tips from friends. So I guess I'm not self-taught. But one thing that I'm starting to appreciate is different liners. You could tell we use different sizes. The lines are not all the same thickness, which I'm a victim of doing. Um, uh, you could see the line work where there's different use for the creases on the shirt. They're a little thinner. The outline thicker. I mean, that's something that I'm starting to appreciate, especially when it comes to slaps or comic book illustrations or any illustration that has to do with liners. I give it props because I usually want to go big and bold. So I usually have two. I have my '05 liner and I have my thick outline. So I respect that. He got technical. Hollow did the same thing. That's one thing I wanted to bring up. But it was a very close battle, Zim. Like I said, one thing about this battle is people were like both go hard. The voting was actually going pretty strong for Kever, and as the day progressed, Hollow started getting more and more votes. So the winner of the battle, when it was all said and done, uh, Hollow, he took it. He took the battle. He was happy. He respects Kever a lot. Even when we told him who was in the battle, he was like, "Oh, guys, come on." But I have faith in all the artists, and I love both of their work. But yeah, in my opinion, if I didn't vote, like I said, I don't vote for battles. But yeah, in my opinion, the right winner won. Much respect to Kever once because he is fucking amazing. I'm not gonna take credit from him ever, but the I think that 100% was on point.
No, for sure. This battle was definitely something to keep your eye on. Uh, like I said, this was the 228 battles again. So definitely had a theme, and it definitely had to be on the floor. They met the rules. They both executed it correctly, and at the end of the day, it's just about it's all eye candy. That's all it is. That's how I see it. It's what attracts you to it. If as an artist, for myself, I look at the little things, uh, colors, details, and how well it was all executed at the end. You know what I'm saying? So definitely this one, heavy hitter like Kevin once. I think Halo, he came out on top. Definitely deserved the win as well. And go ahead.
Classy move by Kever once. I found out the day of that I don't know if he sent it or he is gonna send it, but he hit up to Hollow and he told him, "Hey man, I want to send you my slap."
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's a classy move. I don't know if it got sent out already. or he's barely gonna send it because times are it's kind of hard to get shit done right now. But just the fact that he did that's a classy move, and I wish I had something of Harris in my collection. I'm gonna hopefully when things get better, I'll start buying some art from him too.
Wow, that's something I didn't know. Nice little fun fact. But
Yeah.
I mean that's what it's about, guys. It's not about, oh, let's go ahead and let's battle and stuff. At the end of the day, it's about meeting new people. It's about just having not just followers, but just new artist friends. It's especially for something that's out of someone's element. The more you guys could interact with these artists, the better I think it is going to be for the community overall. Uh, and Joke, you know what? I was about to say this, but Joke DT, he beat me to it. He's like, that's a good idea for the future pink slip battles, where the loser hands over the piece to the winner.
Oh,
I
that goes hard.
I totally love that idea,
Oh,
and we're gonna have to call those the Joke pink slip battles, in honor of Joke, because you called it out first. But I think that's something we should go ahead and host, and we just got to make sure that both artists know that they're pink slips.
oh yeah, of course, yeah. I guess that pink slip battle, I think that would probably be strictly for the 228 battle.
Yeah, yeah. It's easier to ship and
I don't
everything,
want to ship out a big canvas if I lose, and then
Yeah, yeah.
especially if it's like I'm not degrading the slaps, but a slap is a lot easier to ship out. And
No,
if
for
you
sure.
have that graffiti mentality, so you're used to throwing these, so I think that's a good that's actually a good element. We could always ask the 228 guys. They don't have to do it, but if they're willing to do a Joke pink slip battle, we could definitely have it. That sounds fun, bro. Good idea, Joke.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Definitely beat me to it. I was thinking about it. I was about to say it, but you
Yeah.
wrote it down first. So quick
Yeah. So
hands,
hold
man.
on, let me see the time. So it's 10. We started at 10.
We
10.
got 18 minutes left. I think we could go ahead and knock one more out.
Oh, okay. So the next one.
So let's do the next one, guys. This was battle number 3. This next battle here, let me see who it was. Oh, once again, yeah, that's dope. That's very dope. Sorry about this, guys. Has some real bad gas right now. Uh, what happened?
Corona.
No, I drank some water and it just got me burping all of a sudden. So battle 3, we got Neon Haze 1 versus juverrose. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So Neon _ Haze 1 and juverrose, JUVERROSE. This battle was once again a 2-8 battle. And the theme for this battle was Pinky and the Brain.
Fun fact: I hit up 10 people to battle Neon. 10 people.
Oh shit! Wow.
I don't know why, but these are people that had hit me up that wanted to battle. And as soon as I told Huber, he goes, "I don't care. I'm down." He took the battle right away. Yeah, this is I love both artists' style. I love their work. Completely opposite styles too.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Huber, I can't even say his name. It's Hoover Rose, right?
I don't know if it's juverrose or huverrose, but huverrose sounds about right.
I think I'm calling him Hoover Rose. I'll hit him up. But anyways, long story short, I saw both of their work. I was like, okay. I was talking to Zim. I think I talked to Halo about this. I talked to Chachi about this, old member. Long story short, we said, let's give them a character battle. We gave them the option of throwing some graffiti in there if they wanted to. And they both turned out, we went with an old school cartoon. If you guys remember Pinky and the Brain, if you're as old as me and Zim, because Zim is very old. He's fucking he's ancient. Don't let the grays fool you, bro. I'm 19.
I'm 54.
I believe it. Add another 5 to that shit. But long story short, you're almost 65. You almost cannot go out in public right now.
Almost not.
Yeah. But long story short, we gave him Pinky in the Brain. I love those cartoons. I know Zim likes the artwork too, and they both literally went opposite styles. If you want to show them,
For sure. No, I don't want to show him. Ah, $5, Buster.
I know, right? I'm getting too used to this.
No, I'm just for real. I'm just trying to see if there's any last thing I want to say before I show this piece.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, for this as well, like I said, Pinky and the Brain. Who doesn't love Pinky and the Brain? Uh, both of them, I think, stepped up and they went ahead and they did these badass pieces. And let's get to it.
Fun characters to draw.
Definitely. So there you go, guys. We have Neon Haze 1 here on the left, her Pinky and the Brain, versus Juverrose here to the right. Both crazy pieces, both awesome.
Yeah,
Let's
you
get
could
you.
see the different technical abilities that each artist has. You could tell one of them is graffiti based. One of them has that straight up LA vibe going on. The other one is also a Cali native, but they went with a more. It just had like a little zombie-esque feel to it, even though they don't look like zombies. But I mean, they were both fun. There's a lot to look at. I like the highlights, the background that Neon chose. It's simple, but it's well executed. It pops. The brain, Pinky holding the brain, that's awesome.
That
It's just awesome.
Now that was a great touch on Hayes' part. So this one again, I don't believe I don't know if I did. Oh yeah, I did. It's right here. So I did vote. This one was extremely hard for me to vote, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But right now, let's go ahead and break down these Pinky and the Brain for Neon Haze. For here, I definitely like what she did here. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. At the end of the day, I think her background is what won me over. Uh, Definitely, I love the little brain touch here. Taking the brain from the brain, fucking awesome. Uh,
Little blood splatter. She didn't go overboard.
yeah, didn't go too overboard. Nicely done characters as well. Uh, the background, even though I don't really understand it, the execution and colors of it are well done. Um, like I said, this was a hard one for me. I have my likes and dislikes um, on both of them. I wish I could have seen a little more from Neon because I know she could do better. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I totally get that.
But what she did here, I liked it, and that's I think she did a good job because she won me over with the background.
I want to say something real quick about that. I think a lot of times when we're doing a piece of art, we do what we want, however we like it. I feel that some artists, I know I do. I haven't battled in a long time, but I have before. And when you're making a piece of art, you get a little more pressure when it's a competition, and you might take some different ideas or shortcuts you wouldn't normally do because you want to do something that's gonna get votes. And I think if I could give artists advice is forget who you're battling and do the artwork like if you did it because you wanted to, not because you wanna make the best piece of art. Make the art you always make. You know what I mean? Because
For
I feel
sure.
that some artists, and like I said, it works. Some people work better under pressure, but I think some artists stray away from their original skill set to try to see if they can do something, which it's a part of challenging yourself. But I myself, I'm a victim of that where I try to do things that are it's not my forte, and it's good to advance and to try to do something different. But at the same time, like stick with your bread and butter. I mean, and if something happens different, then go for it. But you can't force stuff that you haven't done, or maybe you take shortcuts. Battling sometimes it's pressure.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, we got about 10 minutes, bro. So let's go ahead and break this down so we can finish off the show, man.
Well, let me hit this one up real fast. So, off the bat, the letters in the background are fucking sick. I love that graph style. I've seen it before. He executed it real dope. The light colors in the background are dope. I like the hand style he put on the side, Pinky and the Brain. Um, my problem with this one are the characters. Uh, and I guess it's so hard to try to fit in a lot on 4228s, but my part is if you follow Pinky and the Brain, Pinky is much taller and bigger than the Brain. Right here, Pinky's standing up and the Brain's kneeling, and you could tell the Brain's the same height when he's like crouching down. A lot of people have sent me comments saying, "Oh, the characters are off." That's probably one of the big mistakes I see in this piece. But I do love that West Coast like cholo vibe, the LA hat. It's a dope ass piece. I think it might have won if it wasn't for the characters. In my opinion, I didn't vote, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's probably would have kept me away from voting for this one.
awesome. I'm glad you brought that up. From my perspective, uh, also well done, fucking graffiti. If it was a graffiti battle, definitely would have taken it. Uh, the style itself and the graffiti is amazing. The way the blends are is amazing. The colors and just everything that's going on around the actual piece itself. Uh, once again, nice lettering here. Just nice writing. Uh, love the little details on the cans back here.
Yeah, little detail. And you know what? And another thing he went ahead and took my you want to put Pinky and the Brain in there? That's an option. Neon didn't do that. She didn't write no. There's no writing on Neon's, right?
No.
Yeah, there's no writing on Neon's. I think.
Yeah,
Which
I mean at the end
after,
of the day, we know it's Pinky and the Brain.
yeah, it wasn't a have to, but I mean, juverrose like he's graffiti based, and he went that extra mile. He added all the cans in the back are dope. So it has a lot of things that, in my opinion, that make it dope. But it's just the characters that kind of throw me off.
Yeah, on this one for me, it's definitely the characters. I give it to Hoover Rose for definitely applying the whole cholo looking uh, LA vibes and gear on these guys. It was well done, well put on them. Uh, the little details you got here. All the little details with the cross, the tattoos, Cortez is going on.
Yeah, it's hard.
you know, cool looking characters. For me, if I think the characters, since it was Pinky and the Brain, I turned me off that they were in cholo mode. Uh, you know what I'm saying? I think that if Hoover would have put the Pinky and the Brain just without clothes, regular characters, I think I would have voted for the piece entirely. I didn't really notice about him crouching down and the thing, but now that you mention it, yes, there is um, a perspective, I guess. No, not perspective. That's not the right word. Uh, somebody help me out here. When once
That the height proportion is not right.
there you go, proportions.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. So the proportions were off. I didn't really notice it. For me, I was more turned off for the LA. And this, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying that the piece sucks in any way. There's a time and place, I guess, for everything. And for me, in my opinion, it wasn't the right place for the whole cholo looking thing.
And remember, everybody has artist liberty to do the piece however they want. And if he wanted to go that route, more power to him. But that could, that sometimes loses you a battle.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh, let's see.
Some comments.
Yeah, some of the comments from Modelo Art 323 says both are great, um, but he gave it a neon haze because the brain part looks badass.
Yeah,
Uh,
little things like that.
for sure. Delatore Comics, shout out. He says the brains did it for me. So
Yeah, people like brain.
there you go. People like brain. I know. I love brain.
I don't understand artists that make zombie brains.
I love brain, guys. I love that shit.
Brains in the work. But yeah,
I,
so the winner of this battle was it was Neon.
oh yeah, so Neon took this battle here.
Yeah. I don't like to talk about, points or how many votes, but yeah, some battles are closer than others, some are not close. This one, I thought it was gonna be a pretty opposite styles, completely opposite styles, but at the end of the day, people, I guess, like the simplicity of Neon's piece, where it's like you could tell it's Pinky in the Brain. They look exactly like Pinky in the Brain, just the fact that Pinky's holding brain, like the brain, and that just it's simplicity and it's illest format of complexity. Look at me trying to use big words,
Damn, look at you.
but yeah,
And and yeah, I think you're right. Sometimes simplicity is goes a long way. Just low key, if we had Neon's Pinky and the Brain underneath Juverrose's graffiti, this would
yeah,
be a crazy, crazy, crazy mashup.
that writing is dope.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
That writing is real dope. But that's what this is about. Seeing two different varied takes, especially on the 228 one where it's a theme. Seeing two different takes on the same idea. It's seeing what two different artists do.
We got
But
3 minutes left.
I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. I just want to tell everybody to please keep following Monsters Art Clan. Keep checking out the artist MMA battles, the 228 battles. Follow Chatting with Zim. Zim, you want to add a couple things?
For sure. First off, right after this, make sure you guys go to Monsters Art Clan right here. You guys want to go in there, click on that, and definitely hit the follow button, and you'll be able to see when the next battles are. Today's battle right now, going on live now, is Art House LA versus DZ Halasi. So make sure you guys are going out there, checking out these awesome pieces. Look at them for a couple minutes, study them, and then go ahead and pop your vote here on this side. That being said, thank you guys for everybody else. Picture Player, TJ,
Follow.
Thalo Halo, Kevra Ones, Neon Haze, and Juver Rose. Thank you guys. Just a quick little thing. Catch me back on my channel in about 2 hours. So I'll definitely be having on Nuke 2012. Also at 4:30 p.m. I say about 3.5 hours. I have Halo on again. I'm chatting with Zim. And make sure you guys are going to my channel, Chatting with Zim on YouTube, and hit that subscribe
Yeah,
button.
real quick. We're gonna plan on doing this. We both have busy schedules. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna plan on doing this. Eventually, I want to do my own YouTube channel so I can upload. So we'll let you know. But yeah, this is not gonna be the first.
No, it's not gonna be the last. You mean? Yeah. No, this is definitely not gonna be the last. A couple minutes left to wrap it up. On the next episode, keep on. Make sure you guys go to Monsters Art Clan, hit that follow button, and you'll see when this next episode's gonna be of these MMA battle breakdowns. The next episode for our little talk here, we have yours truly. We're gonna break down my battle versus Mike Ramirez. We're gonna break. Yep. We're gonna break down Pelon Art versus Street Cider here, and we are gonna try to go ahead and break down Rod Quinn versus Call Me Dreads. So there you go for the next one. We got a minute left, Bruce. Any last words?
Just follow at the real Zim Zimma. Follow Bruce13.
Definitely follow.
Follow Art Clan. And we're doing this for the community right now. There's gonna be a bunch of battles. If you want a battle, send me a DM and I'll try to set you up. Besides that, everybody stay safe.
Cool. Likewise, make sure to follow Chatting with Zim on like and subscribe on my YouTube. Zim Zimma, that's me. on here, and definitely follow Bruce13.art. And last but not least, follow Monstrous Art Clan. Go and vote, guys. And up to the next episode. We'll see you guys back then. Thank you, Bruce, for the opportunity, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, guys.
Much love, guys. Peace out.